42. While that's not the answer to life, the universe, and everything, it's pretty close, because that's the total number of unique galaxies in Shige's masterpiece, Mario Galaxy. You might think, with that many galaxies all relatively accessible, surely one of these is fit to be the perfect home. But there's one glaring problem. In the Mushroom universe, there's a bit of a crisis going on, in that across all known galaxies, there are only a select few that actually have housing, and some of these are a lot more habitable than others. Let's head over to the Gateway Galaxy, where after just a quick stroll, we can already see a nice little neighborhood. Of course, there's only two houses here, Blue Top and Green Top. Blue Top is a quaint little thing, having one window and a fireplace with a proper ventilation system. This is sure to be a cozy fit for any new home buyer. However, it can be a little cramped to some, with only around 20 square meters or 65 square feet. Switching over to Green Top, being the more luxurious of the two, with two windows and a stylish central chimney, this property offers a far more spacious living experience at around 34 square meters, or about 110 square feet. This is a great fit for anyone looking for more space, maybe even to start a family in the Gateway Galaxy. It should be noted that there's no clear source of food besides Starbits, or maybe the bunnies, and there doesn't seem to be any water either, but I'm sure you'll figure something out. Taking the launch star over to Good Egg, we're immediately greeted by this absolute marvel, with a beautiful yard and innovative design. Unfortunately, it looks as though this house already has an owner. A bit absent at the moment, but I'm sure they'd be willing to sell it for the right price, if they're not dead. This property may look as if it's alone, but a short walk takes us to a huge, dark and medieval castle. Taking a look inside, we get to see just how spacious this is. Even for a no bedroom, no bath, this non-Euclidean abode is sure to be a steal. It's important to note that the interior between the house and the castle seems to be shared. This could be for a sort of roommate situation, but there's no rooms or privacy for that matter. It seems that the primary ways to enter and exit the interior is either through the door, which happens to be locked, or through this orange pipe. The pipes kind of seem to be sort of temporary workaround, so it's a little strange that there doesn't seem to be any intended entrance in the dark side of the planet. There's even a circular passage at the side of the tower that seems to have been sealed off, or maybe that's just decorative. It's an interesting property for sure. With that view, can you really say no? But you might find the Mushroom Kingdom and its houses would be a much comfier fit. Not only do you have great company, but this is also prime real estate at the heart of the Mushroom Kingdom, just a toad's throw away from the Princess Peach's castle. Though some of the structures we see here are very similar to the ones we found at the Gateway, there's also these strange towers. I'm not sure whether these are residential housing or not, and there's these guards out front of some, which kind of makes it seem like these aren't for living in exactly. They might be watchtowers. But then there's this one without anywhere to stand on top, so I don't know. We'll say at least this one is up for grabs. Now you might not get the most square footage, but if you like stairs. Actually, Future Fetch D here, it's pretty obvious that these are residential housing, considering that they're literally among the houses. The question is like, why? Like, why are they towers? Like, why did Peach agree to this? Was this really the most efficient way? And wait, so we got this building over here. I want to say this is like the town bazaar, not a house. And there's the castle, which is not a house and probably also not for sale. But over to Ghostly, honestly, this thing might be for sale. I mean, I don't think anybody wants to own it, and boos don't have rights. This thing is easily the biggest house in the game. And the game does call it a mansion, but Wikipedia says a mansion is a large dwelling house. But yeah, you'll likely be haunted forever, and there's also deadly spikes on the outside that serve no apparent purpose, honestly, besides just being scary. Not the most inviting, but it's probably cheap. And then there's Deep Dark Galaxy. There's a ship. I mean, you could probably live in there, but the far better option is probably this weird clone of the Gateway planet. And you might be wondering, why choose this over the far superior real Gateway Galaxy, where you have bigger houses, rabbit neighbors, and don't need to be launched out of a cannon to get there? Well, these ones you actually can go inside. It's a little hard to fit, but with enough elbow grease, you can squeeze right in, and I think that's just beautiful. So anyway, in my opinion, if you're going for urban, Mushroom Kingdom probably costs a bit, but you get a decent place, a lot of great neighbors. The crime/terrorism has been known to be pretty bad recently, but generally it's a safe bet. Otherwise, going for a more rural lifestyle, why not try the Gateway? Here you get a nicer house, at least some neighbors to keep you company, and honestly it's like the best view in the entire universe. So yeah, houses. We love affordable housing.